Israel just bombed Lebanon. Now, what does this mean for America? This means a lot for America. According to biblical prophecy, as you guys can see, Israel was destined to be hated by the Middle Eastern nations amongst it. And we know the reason why is because of Islam and Judaism. There's always been a struggle and a fight between who is the Holy Land. Who does this Holy Land belong to? Does it belong to the descendants of the Muslims, or does it belong to the descendants of the Israelites? Who did it belong to first? Well, according to the Word of God, the Bible, which we should all believe in if we proclaim to be in Abrahamic faith, it would actually belong to the Jews. And I'm saying this as a Christian. I'm not a Jew. I don't follow Judaism. I don't have ethnic ties to the Jewish land. Right. So it's ridiculous whenever we look at Muslim trying to assert their authority over the land that was not given to them. Right. Because Islam came thousands of years after Judaism, after the Israelites were living there. Now, if we look at recent history, Muslims love to use this as a claim as to why their religion is the truth and not Judaism. So a lot of Muslims will say, oh, well, don't you see what happened in like 1947 and how basically they displaced us out of our lands and we first belonged there before the Jews? Okay, well, you can go ahead and try to say that, but what happened hundreds and thousands of years before that occurred? The Jews lived in those lands before the Muslims did hundreds of years ago, right? So who lived there before the Muslims did? The Jews. And so that land was given to the Israelites according to the Word of God, and that's how I perceive it as a Christian. But much more than that, I do want to say this. There are innocent civilians passing away on both sides, whether you are an Israelite or whether you're a Palestinian. There are innocent sides that are losing their lives, and that's just the reality of war. It's sad, it's gore, it's vile, it's disgusting, but that's war, right? And so that's the reality of what's going on in the whole conflict with Israel and Palestine. But now there are rumors that Lebanon has recently sent an attack towards Israel through their militia group, Hezbollah. And Hezbollah is known to be supported by the government of Lebanon. And so right now, as you guys can see right now, is that Israel actually sent a retaliatory strike towards Lebanon for an attack that recently occurred in Israel. And right now, this retaliatory strike was said to kill many Hezbollah leaders and including many members of his family. It was said to kill up to 60 members of his family. And if you guys don't know, this Hezbollah leader that they actually murdered, it was said that he actually was in charge of a lot of the nuclear programs within Iran, which could be a good or a bad thing depending on how you look at it. And the reason why I say that is because if he's in charge of a lot of the nuclear programs, they must no longer have access to certain things, a part of their nuclear program, if he is passed away. But right now, there is currently America getting into the mix of this. And this, again, guys, is a fulfillment of prophecy within the Word of God. So right now, America is sending troops over there. They're sending a bunch of naval ships over there to Israel and Lebanon to go ahead and make sure that World War III doesn't break out. Because World War III could break out. Because right now, we have Lebanon, we have Russia, we have Jordan, we have Syria, we have all these nations and China that are saying that they hate Israel, that they dislike Israel, and they're on the side of Palestine, they're on the side of Lebanon, and that what Israel did was illegal and that they want to go against them. Now, again, I'm a Christian, I'm not a Jew, I'm not a Muslim, I'm not from the Middle East, I'm not from Israel. But I can look at this reason, and this is a big reason why I can look at this unbiasedly. It's because of the fact that I'm not a Muslim and I'm not a Jew, I'm not from Israel, and I'm not from the Middle East. So I can look at this unbiasedly, plain as day, and I can tell you guys, not only is this a fulfillment of prophecy, that the Israelites are going to go against pretty much the whole world, especially the Middle East, right? And we see this fulfilled today. And a lot of the Middle East hates Israel, and that's why you see that hatred towards Israel. Because we have seen this. I mean, this is not just an Israel thing or a Middle East thing. All countries are corrupt. All countries. America's corrupt, Iran's corrupt, Israel's corrupt, Lebanon's corrupt. Every single nation in the face of this earth, for the most part, is corrupt, guys. Now, not every single individual within the politicians are corrupt, but most politicians or many politicians in each country have been infiltrated by certain organizations. WEF, Lex Luthor, if you guys know who I'm referring to. But my point in bringing that up, guys, is that, this world, we live in a fallen place. We live in a fallen world. And these people need Jesus Christ. I'm going to go ahead and show you guys the article of what I'm referring to, so no Muslim or somebody who wants to say that I'm making this up. I'm going to go ahead and show the evidence. So as you guys can see here, very plain as day, Israel says it killed a Hezbollah commander, and Beirut it blamed for a deadly strike. Right here, it attempts to say Beirut, Lebanon, and Tel Aviv, Israel. Israel says its forces killed a top Hezbollah commander in a targeted strike in the southern suburbs of the Lebanese capital of Beirut. If you guys don't know what that is, of course it's the capital, but it's like the biggest city of Lebanon. That's what it's known for. And so whenever they actually had another issue before, it was like a gas bomb that blew up in Beirut. They lost a lot of money. That's how they gain a lot of the revenue. So it's very interesting that they attacked Beirut. So just for you guys to know that there is some kind of financial or economic downfall for Lebanon if Beirut keeps getting attacked like this. And retaliation for a deadly weekend rocket attack in the Israeli-controlled Golan Heights. So this was just a retaliation attack because there was an attack against Israel in Golan Heights. In a statement late Tuesday, Israel's military said Israeli Air Force fighter jets eliminated the Hezbollah terrorist organization's most senior military commander and the head of its strategic unit. And it continues to state, calling him a right-hand man to Hezbollah leader Hassan Nasrallah. The statement said Fuad Shakar was responsible for operations including the attack that killed 12 children and teenagers and wounded several people on Saturday in Majdas Shams in the Israeli-controlled Golan Heights. But basically what it's saying, guys, is we don't really know if he did pass away due to the retaliatory attacks from Israel, but that was the objective. The goal was to go ahead and murder him because it was a retaliatory attack because they first attacked Israel. Clear that we're fighting against evil, dark forces. And so I think the best thing we could do is to pray for Israel and to pray for them against these evil dark forces coming against them, because we must realize that even though Jews are not necessarily saved, they're the chosen people of God that Israel was given to them. And whenever these other countries try coming against Israel, God will protect them to show his strength, his mercy, and his humility for his people. But at the same time, we do know that the end is coming soon, guys. The second coming of Jesus Christ is coming soon. So the best thing that we can do is to pray for people on all sides, honestly, and pray that they come to Jesus Christ and that God helps them to live another daily life. So hopefully they can come to his kingdom. And let me know what you guys think about this in the comments below. Do you think America will get involved? Do you think this will cause World War III? I'd love to hear your opinions below. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please subscribe, turn on notifications, smash that like button, and don't forget to share with someone that you believe could learn from this. God bless you guys.